recording. Welcome and good evening to this Poets Spotlight. And this evening, the poems are by Jan Coutu. And she has a book that is sold out, a little booklet, and it has the most amazing poems. And I have gotten to know her a little bit through this time during Zoom. She is in the United Kingdom, and I'm going to read her dedication. It says, "This book is dedicated with thanks to her husband, Fred, for always being there for me, for Michael DaCosta, who introduced me to Meher Baba in Norwich at the University of East Anglia way back in 1976. And Michael Van Buren, who's helped me keep my focus, and Chalice House, Bideford, North Devon, and many friends along the way." And here's a little quote from Hafez. "I wish I could show you when you are lonely or in darkness, the astonishing light of your own being." And on the front is some original art, and I'll try to remember to show some of this. She also sent me some, along with some poems that I've shared with my buddies here, but it's hard for me to print those out and for them to come out. She will be joining us, I believe it's August 23rd. I'll need to double check before the end of this, to read poems herself of 2021. So I'm looking forward to her being here. It is midnight there. And so this timing was not good for her. So she'll be meeting with us on a Saturday when it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. And one of the things, as I've gotten to know her, is it's her habit to be up and with Baba by 5 each morning. And these poems come to her at that time. So her morning time is quite special. And so she was glad we were recording this. And with that, I'm going to start with Surprise. It's the first poem in the book. To say that I am surprised would be an understatement. To say that I am amazed still does not capture my feelings of incredulity. For I never knew it could be like this, that days could pass so many little joys and loves, that a tree standing so tall and strong could speak to me as it held out its heavy arms effortlessly, that flowers could sparkle with brilliance so quietly, but with such beauty. I used to walk past them all, or sometimes gave them a cursory nod, acknowledging their presence. I did not see or hear them as I do now. It is like stepping into another universe whose colors are more brilliant, sounds more sweet, and where radiant light blesses everything. Where was that threshold that I crossed? Was it the pain and darkness that broke my shell? Did it have to be like that? A necessary catalyst? The roof of my ignorance has broken open, and for now at least, the sun and light pour in on me, and it feels like a blessing and a joy. And as we have corresponded, joy and light have been her constant companions, what she's looking for, what she's experiencing. So it's just exciting to be with you tonight to share her poems. I'm going to do Cracks in the Path. Let me walk beside you on this journey to the sun. I only want to hear of blessings, tenderness, and love. They give hope and fuel to spur me onwards. When all around me I see cracks in the path, lined with sadness and despair, and pools full of regret, and the shadow of fear falls across it all. Do not make me immune to the world's suffering, but fix my gaze upon the light, so I do not stumble, fall, or lose my way back to you. Okay, and in the early hours. In the early hours you come to me, while the world sleeps on. You do not make an entrance. There is no warning of your approach. But in the stillness, you quietly open the door to my heart. And you are here with me again. Just to be in your company is enough. We sit together in softness. To be in your presence is to know that love can draw you near. But I cannot see you. You are invisible to me. Just to let you know, the first poem I read, Surprise, was written on November the 1st, 2016. And these two were both written on January 8th, 2017. So we're moving somewhat chronologically. When I've been in touch with her this month, she says she's written many, many poems and isn't at the point where she's compiling them into a book, but at some point we can all hope that comes to be the case.
Did she say how she started writing?
In the morning at 5 o'clock, quietly with Baba, these come to her.
No, but I mean, she refers to something that happened. You know, she broke through the roof of her.
Yeah, she wonders. I think she said she's wondering that. What was it to say that I'm surprised? But I don't know that anything in particular happened because she came to Baba in 1976. So this is, as with many things with Baba, an unexpected gift that is transferring to us as well.
I wonder if she knew some of the older Baba lovers from England, from the 20s and 30s.
That I don't know. She'll be, those questions would be good for her in August. You can.
I think they were in Devon. I think that one of the houses that they stayed in was in Devon, but I'd have to look it up.
The fabric of your life. Travel to me lightly. Skim over the surface of your life. Holding nothing. Do not grasp. I have given you all of this. These people, places, and events. The fabric of your life this time. The fabric of this life. I am the only constant. I am behind it all. All of this will leave you eventually, will disappear, and the residue that remains will be me. I am the only constant. I am eternally present. I wait for you to turn to me every day. I just find these so intimate and help me as I get calm and quiet to relate to Baba. And it's these just help me and touch me so much that I'm so glad I get to share them, as will Elizabeth and Diana and others later on. And I'm going to jump back to the back of the book because this is July 3rd, 2018. And this one is very much like my experience with Baba. It's called When I Am Quiet. When I am quiet, when I am still, when I am quiet and still, he comes to me. He comes to me in tenderness and joy. He brings me love. He steals into my heart. He finds the way into the heart of me. And in that time, he pours and I receive. He pours and I receive. He fills me to the brim with love and light. I hold him. I contain him. Each time he comes, I change. What is happening to me? He is dismantling me, erasing me, replacing me with light.
It's nice.
And this is the last poem in the book, so I'm just jumping around here. Things fall away. Things fall away. I fall away. I am breaking the mold of myself. He is breaking the mold of me. Where do I start and end? Where does he start and end? Where are my edges, boundaries? I no longer know. Things fall away. I fall away. I am breaking the mold of myself. He is breaking the mold of me. This little book is a mystery to me because I thought perhaps I got it in India when I was there for 5 months in 2016 and 2017. But that couldn't be possible because there are poems written after that in 2018. So I have no idea. I thought maybe Michael DaCosta had given it to me. So that's Baba's mystery. You know, Baba is that way. He, things just show up. So I am so tickled and grateful that this book is in my hands and that it brings me closer to Baba. Does anyone else want to read a poem or two?
I'd be happy to.
Wonderful.
Okay. Actually, I have 3 poems I could read.
Okay.
And I'm going to start with this one. It's called Dancing Flame. I light a candle. I watch the flickering light. The air caresses it. Its flame is moving to and fro. It flickers and it wavers, but it does not go out. This fragile flame, a light against the darkness, may look so vulnerable, but it will not go out. It will not be extinguished, will not let itself be put out. It is a flame so steady in the moving air. I light a candle, a fragile flame. It carries light to you. It moves and flickers. I am become a dancing flame. I light a candle, a fragile flame. You light me up and you ignite me easily. Sometimes I burn for you. It's early morning and I need the light to start my day.
That was lovely and beautifully read.
Thank you.
Can you read that last line?
It's early morning and I need the light to start my day. Here comes another one. This one is called Set Free. I have been waiting so long for this golden opportunity, this sudden freedom, sudden soaring, sudden flight, this setting free from my constraints. You have unclipped my wings, you have unbound me, and now you are setting me free. Set free into your wide blue sky. Now I can fly. It is a freedom, liberation. I was so limited, confined, but you have untied me, freed my mind, and let me go. And now I am rising. I was a small caged bird trying to escape the cage of me, the limits of my space and mind. I was so restless, I kept running to the edges, pushing against my boundaries. I was restrained, trapped, and confined. My racing, beating heart, a fluttering of wings. I was never far away from bars. I kept coming up against myself. You are removing all my edges, removing parts of me. You are dispelling from my mind all I imagined myself to be. And you have set me free into your endless blue, blue sky. And now I fly, I'm flying. I am so small. The limited faces infinity. I'm still rising.
Wow.
It's such an airy feeling. And then there's the light. It's
The themes that she works with, and you certainly associate Baba with light.
Well, you know
Boy.
what I was thinking of? I was thinking of the leopards, which he describes as souls in cages, like birds like a caged bird. He did use that term someplace. I didn't get that.
Lepers.
Yes, they're like beautiful caged birds. You know.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's what that poem reminded me of. That idea of the soul being encaged like a bird.
There's one more I'd like to read,
Oh, good.
very short, called The Stirring of Light. Give me more moments like this when I can sense and feel the stirring of the light within me and without me and all around. It is a different sort of brightness. It starts with a feeling and then the radiance comes. Your hands are sculpting light.
Like that.
Read that again. It's just so packed and lovely.
And it's a very recent one. It's dated early morning, June 15th, 2021. And this is June 22nd. So it's right here. The Stirring of Light. That's the title. Give me more moments like this when I can sense and feel the stirring of the light within me and without me and all around. It is a different sort of brightness. It starts with a feeling and then the radiance comes. Your hands are sculpting light.
Wow. Wow. It's
What
so
if
fun to
feels
to-
that?
what?
Does she really feel that, like an internal radiance? Does she say
think
that she does? I mean,
I
you
think
talked to her, so I thought maybe you might know.
No, I haven't had a chance to talk to her a whole lot. So I think the poems at this point speak for themselves. They just draw me into Baba. They help me see more colors, help me take in more. They really do a lot for me as I get a chance to spend some time with them. That was beautifully read, and thanks for reading it twice, because it's it's worth repeating.
Something that came to mind as I was reading these 3 poems earlier, when she talks about the light and her responses to it, this is a personal interpretation, and we're allowed to do that because once we read a poem, it's ours too. I felt like the light was Baba himself, and so she's responding to Baba in the light. Baba is the light, and in particular, not only is Baba the light, it's his name, because it's how she sees Baba, I don't know, but I do know what his name sounds like, and I feel like the light could even just be, not just, the light could also be his name, because that brings him to us, or brings us to him.
Interesting.
I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna read another one about the light, since Diana was talking about it. But this one is accompanied by her illustration. I'm pretty sure this is batik. Let me see if I can get in the light a little bit better.
I think that's also an Indian, a Native American Indian dream catcher. That's what it looks like to me.
Looks like maybe a sun too. I'm not sure. And I'm not sure, maybe it is. But it is a sun. Look, out here are the rays.
And I thought that was a dream catcher in my mind.
And lots of times I'm not an artist, but I hear people say, oh, things surprise them. People see things that they didn't see, or, I think Baba helps us all along. And certainly with her art, it's lovely. So this one is called Step Forward into the Light. The day will come, the day will surely come, when we step into the light, to never lose it, to remain in its protection evermore. No darkness penetrating, to shine with him, light at our back and front and sides. To be so full of light, we are immune to darkness. To be so fully his, we can't fall back into a past of sadness or regret. We sleepwalk through our lives, eyes closed to possibilities, not knowing our potential to be free, to live more fully, with more love. Blind, we carry treasure that we never see. The day will come, the day will surely come, when we step forward into the light, to see it around us and within us, above and below, to establish ourselves in light, to never lose it, no darkness penetrating, to be so full of light, remain in its protection, and never leave, immune to darkness, and to shine with light. This is changing my relationship. Well, I'm showing you the poem. This is changing my relationship with light. I think spending some time with her. Sometimes she has, as she signs off her letter, she'll say, "In Baba's love and light." And as I said, "In Baba's love and joy." And she was talking about how she's working with joy right now, and figuring out how to paint that. And I suggested color. I mean, I'm a knitter. I like working with color. And she said it seemed to her that birds were taking her in that direction. And we certainly see that with this particular poem that has its own companion. The next one is called.
By the way, I'm happy to read whenever you want me to, one of those two poems.
Okay. If you'd like to go, that'd be good.
What is the next one you had in mind, though?
Oh, no, it's not. These aren't the same.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So I'll read this one that Gayle sent me earlier today, called All of the Drops. And it was actually written June 18th, 21. So 5 days ago. All of the smallest drops combine, become a river. All of the smallest sparks combine, become a flame. You stir up everything. Your eyes, your hands, one look, one touch, and I am gone. Since you arrived, I can't ignore you. You have such an effect on me. I am so torn because of you. All my defenses are gone. I cannot hide from you. You are invading me, and you are taking me away. This is a time of change. We go through all. We go through everything with you. The love, the fear, the flood, the flame. You stir up everything, and then you take it all away. It only takes one look, one touch from you, and I am leaving. I'm going away.
Beautifully written and lovingly read. What a privilege to be able to spend some time.
That's about the going away of the ego. You know, I mean, in Bamba terms, I'm leaving, I'm going away. The ego, I'm leaving. Which, you know, in reading Effort and Grace, you have to get rid of everything, and the veils reveal what is actually there. But first, everything has to go. That's to me what this poem is saying in Baba terms.
Good points. Thanks.
Now I've got the other one, the bridge. That was the other one. So I can either read that now or read that later after you've
Why don't
read.
we savor it for later, since I
Okay.
I have some more.
Good.
I'm going to read two more about light. And the first is A Circle of Light. And this was written on November 21st, 2017. A circle of light. A circle of lights, of flames burning brightly. One person ignites, and the flame is passed on. We ignite each other, catch fire, carry the flame, the light. The torch is passed among us effortlessly. We are lit up from within, transmitters of his love and light. He is the lamplighter. We await his touch. A circle of souls on fire. We are incandescent. One person shines and unveils another. We are lit up from within, transmitters of his love and light. He is the unveiler. We await his touch. To me, this shines so much a light on what Baba does with us and allows us to do. I just love her thoughts on this theme that Baba has so lovingly given her, and she has so beautifully rendered onto paper and transmitted it to us. Quite special we are to have this. The next was written on May 12th, 2017. No. I'm sorry. This is Great Britain. This was written in December 5th, 2017. I stand corrected. Light beings. It is our destiny to become the light, to disappear and reappear as light. We feel the light break through on all sides. At first, it shimmers, then becomes incandescent. We are ignited, illuminated. In time, we feel the ecstasy, the bliss. We step into pools of light. Immersed, we feel the love within them. It shines. It holds us and sustains us, moves us on. Those pools are stepping stones to him. We stand in sacred places and we feel the light break through the windows and the ceiling from above. Colored light refracted, rainbow rays. It floods us, lifts us. We are dazzled, amazed. We stand in a river of light, shining gold, surrounded on all sides. It quickens us. Touched by its life-giving presence, its embrace, immersed in delight, we drown. One day, we will ourselves become light beings, transparent and radiant. We will be filled with nothing else. We will disappear and reappear as light. He will illuminate us. We step into pools of light, immersed. We feel the love within them. It shines. It holds us and sustains us, moves us on. These pools are stepping stones to Him. It is our destiny to become light, to disappear and reappear as light, to feel the light break through on all sides. At first it shimmers, then becomes incandescent. We are ignited, illuminated. We feel the ecstasy, the bliss, His bliss. These feel very holy, very awesome, full of awe to me as she communicates. And I don't use the word awesome lightly. I loved it floods us, lifts us. We are dazzled, amazed. That's often how I feel about Baba, but she was able to put it into words. This one is called 5 a.m. We sit together gently in the morning dark, and you hold me. It has become our habit, a tender heart beating in your hand, a waiting in the dark, no words or noise, just the two of us breathing together. You are my beautiful companion, my small heart beating in your hand. You hold me in tenderness. I am melting away, dissolving in your love. We sit together gently in the morning dark, and you hold me. It has become our habit. The next one is blessings. What would I do without you now? You hold me up while my world crashes down. You hold my heart high with one hand, while the other wields the knife. You cut away my need for anything but you. I can continue walking upright while you do your surgery on me, because your love sustains me and your presence holds me. Continue your work, because I grow stronger every day as my immunity increases. I know what blessings are now, being given the resources to go on without complaint. That kind of reminds me of COVID, and yet it was written December 30th, 2017, both 5 a.m. and blessings. Here is another lovely batik and it is the companion, and it's the companion to swimming in blue. What lies below, beneath, within our inner world? We launch ourselves into the depths without a sound or splash. We swim like fish in blue, shot through with silver light. The water has become our second home. We are in our element. And now we live as fish. We dart and glide and hover, descending and ascending within ourselves. We have entered a new world. We can leave it and return at any time we choose. We need no oxygen. We breathe in love and light. We are in our element. Blue all around us. It surrounds us, holds us and enfolds us. Translucent and transparent. Shot through with silver, we travel. The water moves and ripples. Bubbles rise from joy and gladness. We are in our element. We can go deeper, deep to the seabed, and linger, wrapped in silence. We find treasures, open shells, revealing pearls. We stay in blue, no need of oxygen. We breathe in love and light. We are in our element. This was January 14th, 2018. Elizabeth, you have another poem, don't you? Is that right?
Yes. Uh-huh.
Wonderful.
It's a short one. It's called The Bridge. And that one was also written on June 18th, 2021 by Jan Coutu. When the mind stops, the heart opens and the song begins. This is just the beginning of the end. We are building a bridge to you with all the pieces of ourselves that we have left behind. It takes so many lives for its completion. It is a golden bridge, a bridge of light. It's sharing, it's starting to appear. When it is done, this bridge will arc across the sky.
These poems are so varied. We've got the themes, but they're all wondrous independently of one another, and then they come together as a body of work, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
This takes a different direction. It's called Calling a Truce. Let's call a truce. Suspend all judgment, questions, and disbelief. We grow so weary of uncertainty, so tired of doubts. We have already come so far, have traveled to this point in time where our hearts and minds have cracked open to let in light. So now I rest in trust and calm. I rest in acceptance. I have a quiet mind for a day. And just for today, I live with a different frequency. It is a process of unfolding from within, not accumulation from without. It is a dawning, an inner sunrise. I discover what I already know inside. It is a gradual realization. I can stretch the limits of my mind and heart, soften the edges, and erase the boundaries I have set myself that bind and limit me. I call a truce on doubts and questions, and when I suspend all disbelief, when I push open my mind, my heart and mind, I feel I know so far beyond all this. I am trapped in a cocoon of my own making. I have confined myself, created my own unhappiness. Why not stretch and step out from my limitations? Emerge into the light, for the light is everywhere. His divine radiance, so bright and dazzling that I am overwhelmed and fall. I fall into his waiting arms, and he enfolds me. Today I call a truce, and maybe tomorrow too. All that is holding me back from him is myself. Isn't that true? All that is holding me back from him is myself. How wonderful to discover a new Baba poet. Not new to us, she's not new, but new to us. What nourishment I'm finding in this.
How did you discover her, Gayle?
Again, through this book that I don't know where I got. It wasn't at Shariar. She said she hasn't sold them at Shariar. So Baba somehow got me this book. I just don't know.
Did it just appear a few months ago or something? Or?
Well, it was just with my Baba books. I have a lot of them. And Baba, thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. I have a contemporary that I can really, really relate to, and I love Baba poetry, and this is such a delight, such a treasure. This is called Destiny. It is written in the stars. It is our destiny to know him and come to him, for one by one he calls us, and we hear his voice. It resonates within us and thrills our hearts. The time has to stop in our tracks, to stop and turn to him, to face his son, for always to be open-faced and shine. We sleepwalk, and he wakes us from our sleep, awakens us. This is our new dawn, our new beginning, our new life with him. It is a total waking up. It is our destiny. It is written in the stars. We hear his call, his voice. The awakener awakens himself in us. We feel the ecstasy, the bliss. This is our new dawn, a new beginning, our new life lived with him, to shine with him. It is a total waking up. I'm quiet between some of these because they're just so wondrous and so packed with Baba's love and depth. And this is my birthday, and what a tremendous birthday present.
Oh my goodness, happy birthday.
Thanks. I went out to my favorite Indian restaurant
Is that
before
the-
this, Nazara in Cary, North Carolina. It is delish. So
Zara, I'll have to look that up.
destiny, yeah. This just feels like the biggest birthday gift to be able to share these with you and spend this time together and with Baba. I'm just going to read a couple more, and then we'll conclude for the evening. Here is another piece of artwork.
Oh, I love that. That's very
Isn't that
pretty.
nice?
I love all of her paintings, and I'm noticing how she uses the primary colors so effectively. They're so brilliant and happy. They're very happy looking. Oh,
Mhm.
look at all of the religious symbols.
Yeah, I can't see. I guess I'm gonna have to pin that so I can see it. Hold on, let me just pin it for a minute so I can see it. Because if
Sure.
anybody else talks, I can't see it. Come on now, pin. Oh, it's being stubborn. Aha, there we go. Yeah.
Isn't this just amazing? So this is the companion piece to her poem, Heart to Heart. He has no need of forms or objects, rites or rituals, for all he asks for is our hearts, our love. We sit with him in us. We give him flowers from his own creation. We sit with him in us. Words do not reach him. He does not need our praise or worship. He only asks for love, our love. We make the simple complicated. Why put things in the way when we could sit with him? We can sit with him just heart to heart. And I'll read that last sentence again. He only asks for our love. Our love, we make the simple complicated. Why put things in the way when we can sit with him just heart to heart? And I'll share this back with you because as you've had a chance to hear the poem, you see its companion. She sent lots of art. Go ahead.
It said something else. I sit with you heart to heart. I'm just trying to see that. Is that supposed to be the bird?
I'm not sure. I see lots of religious symbols of the various religions.
Buddhism, Hinduism, Christianity, I think Islam, Judaism. I don't know if there's oh yeah, the Zoroastrians in there too. They're all in there. All the 8 symbols, Baba's 8 symbols. And those look like beads. That he was going to bring all the religions together like beads on a string of pearls. But it's also 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those are also the planes, I think.
And of course, it may just be that this art is what is on the opposite side of the page. I mean, I'm calling them companions, but what a thrilling thing to have artwork contained in a poetry book. She sent some more artwork, and I'll send them to you on to you because
Yeah.
you obviously both appreciate them. So I will forward them on to you.
Drawing actually can help a person write. So, I mean, sometimes I draw something and it leads to a poem. And I'm not an artist, but I remember specifically having a dream, almost like a wake, but that took place in India. And I drew it, and then I ended up writing a poem about it. But I think they easily go together, and one can inspire the other and lead to the other, whether it's the poem to the art or the art to the poem. But that's me. I would love to hear from her.
And we're going to get to, isn't that exciting? We're going to
Yeah.
actually get
Yeah.
to spend some time on a Saturday where there's 5 hours difference. So it should be a good time. And it works well, actually, for almost all over the world, because 11 o'clock is 8 a.m. on the West Coast of the United States. And yet it's still possible for, it's about 5 hours ahead in England. So, a little bit past that in the EU. And then in the evening for.
Did you say you were going to do
India.
it at 4 o'clock Eastern Standard Time?
It's her time, 4 o'clock. Actually, yeah. I'm going to read 2 more, and then we're going to just be grateful that we had this time together. Living in his sea. We are already living in his sea. We float in him. We sway from side to side. We trust in buoyancy. Have faith, we will not sink. For we are held in blue, and he surrounds us. Yes, he is all around us. We put our trust in him. No need for effort, for we float in him. We sway from side to side, relaxed, complete. He takes us where he wills. Our lives are his. Our bodies and our minds and hearts accept him now. There are no questions, no resistance, total acceptance. We float in him. We sway from side to side. We trust his love will hold us, will enfold us, will keep us safe, secure. We float in him. We are already living in his sea.
That reminded me of seaweed in the ocean swaying back and forth.
Yeah, what imagery. This would be a good one to read at night when you can't get back to sleep. It's so
Rocking, like rocking.
It's very soothing.
it is, and it's talks about trust and safety and security and floating. It's just like, oh boy, wouldn't it be nice? I'm very eager to hear her. I've heard her speak in some of the Baba and Narina, Baba through Narina meetings. And so she has a beautiful voice. So I'm really looking forward to her reading her own poems, because that's a whole new territory. When
Yeah.
the poet has a chance to articulate it.
And Gayle, I'm looking forward to hearing from her what her experience is of the relationship between her poetry and her her paintings, you know, how they speak to each other for her.
She is going, was glad we're recording this. So she's going to know all our questions, and we can ask her directly too. I can give you her email, and
Why
we can.
does it? She'll also talk about her life, and her meeting Baba, and then the impact on her poetry. I mean, it's always good to know where someone's coming from and how that emerges in whatever art they do.
Yeah, how fortunate we are. I thought this was a good time to get to know her better, and then we can eagerly look forward to her time with us. And the final one for tonight is called Now I Am Lit. And it's March 4th, 2018. Now I am lit. Now I am a fire. I burn. Just sit with me and be with me, and I will come to you in silence. Enjoy my presence. Let me fill the room and fill your life. Let your tears melt you. Let your heart overflow with me. It can hold more. Be brave and let me fill you to the brim. Hold out your cup to me again. I am lit. I am on fire. I burn. I burn with you. You make me restless. I want to run and find you. And I want to run and find you. See you now. Turn on all the lights and stare into the sun. Receive your light, your rays, to get the smallest glimpse of you. Each morning you awake and then remember me. You remember and forget me all day long. You leave me, but know that I never leave you. I am a continuous thread through your life. Just stop and breathe me. Take me into you, the heart of you. I am the heart of you. I am lit. I am on fire. I burn. I cannot stand still. I need to run. Run through my life. Run through my days to find you. You have set me on fire with you. You are inescapable. I cannot escape from you. But where are you? I need to see you now. Be still. Be quiet. And let me fill you with my love, my light. Hold out to your cup to me again. The time will come when it will overflow with me, for I shall flood the world. Ladies, what an evening of pleasure we have had. Thank you to Baba, mostly to Baba, and certainly to Jan, and to our friend Michael DaCosta, who told her about Baba in 1976. And we will have a chance to ask her our questions. And I'm really happy you joined us, and we'll see you soon.
been a
Jai
pleasure.
Happy
Baba.
birthday. Bye-bye.
Happy
Jai Baba.
birthday, Gail. Lovely to
Thank you.
celebrate with you.
And I
Bye.
see Rosalie has said, thank you, birthday. It says, I know you since the day of all alive experience. Meher Baba during Blue Bus tours. And this is from Rosalie Dunphy. And Rosalie is also one of the people who really appreciates, as does Jan Coutu, Rosalina's mystical writings and speeches. So say a loving farewell. Let's say Avatar Meher Baba 3 times.
Avatar.
Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai. Avatar Meher Baba Ki Jai. All 4 of us. Good night.
Good night, everybody. Jai Baba.